NBC 15 News at 11 starts now.
Now at 11, flooding in December. Unseasonably warm temperatures cause problems across the state. Plus, you may want to avoid mailing that letter or package today. Officials say it's the busiest mailing day of the year. And President Obama is preparing to tell the nation how he plans to defeat ISIS. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ashley Matthews. Christina's off today. Temperatures in Wisconsin feel more like spring than mid-December this morning. Widespread, consistent rain is causing slick conditions for commuters. This is what some roads look like in Bellevue, Wisconsin today. That's near Green Bay. The National Weather Service has posted a flood warning for several places in our viewing area. Let's check in right now with Chief Meteorologist Charlie Shortino with all the details.
And we've had over 2 inches of rain in many spots over the past couple days, including Madison. We have a few more showers. We're getting to the back edge of the precipitation, though. It'll be pretty spotty from here on out and pretty light as well. 47 at noon, 46 at 3, 44 at 6 p.m. with a spotty shower possible during the afternoon. Kind of breezy, southwesterly winds up there, close to 15 miles per hour. So wet conditions do continue. We're not going to get much sun to dry us out either. Quite a bit of cloudiness in the forecast over the next 4 days. And I'll have that forecast in a little more detail coming up.
Charlie, thank you. New at 11, a woman is accused of killing a Wisconsin man in Missouri. Police say 22-year-old Megan Werner of Rolla, Missouri, allegedly killed her fiancé, 22-year-old Kurt Marsloff of Monroe, Wisconsin, over the weekend. Police say the couple had been fighting and Werner fatally shot Marsloff. Werner has been charged with second-degree murder. Happening today, President Obama is getting ready to deliver a statement on his counter-ISIS strategy. President Obama has been meeting with the National Security Council at the Pentagon to discuss counter-ISIS strategies. The president will deliver a statement following the meeting. That statement is scheduled for around 11:30 this morning. If he begins speaking during this newscast, we will take that special report live. Also today, the U.S. Postal Service says today is the busiest mailing day of the year. This is a look inside the post office in Janesville. You can see long lines as people wait their turn to send their packages, letters, and other items. We caught up with one man who told us getting to the post office early didn't seem to help.
We know it's supposed to be the busiest sending day of the year, but just kind of fell on the day when we had all our Christmas cards and all our letters and all our packages ready to go. We wanted to get here early, but I think everyone else had the same idea too.
Officials recommend sending packages by December 21st. If you want them to arrive by Christmas, the USPS estimates more than 15.5 billion pieces of mail will be sent this holiday season. In our continuing coverage, Madison police are searching for a suspect after a shooting on the city's west side. It happened outside the Citgo gas station at the intersection of Gammon and Odana Roads yesterday afternoon. Madison PD says that's where a 22-year-old Madison man was shot. He was taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The department believes the suspect and victim may know each other. The name of the man who was shot and killed in Madison over the weekend has been released. 28-year-old Samuel Irving died after being shot several times in an AutoZone parking lot. It happened early Saturday morning on East Washington. No arrests have been made in that case. Madison police are also busy investigating a string of armed robberies. Here's a look at the 5 locations where robberies were reported yesterday. The first call came in around 11:30 yesterday morning. There was an attempted armed robbery at the BP gas station on East Washington. Now, a couple of minutes later, police were called to a Papa John's Pizza also on East Wash. Then around noon on Monroe Street at Pizza Pit Extreme. Just a couple of hours later, there was another robbery at Little Caesars Pizza on Gammon. And last night around 9, the Walgreens on Whitney Way was robbed. Police need your help catching those involved.
What people are sometimes afraid of is calling the police with that information. No matter how small it might be, we would like to know, because that little piece can help us down the road.
Police say all suspects were either seen with a knife or told workers they were armed with one. And the description given all match one person. No suspects have been taken into custody yet. In your Decision 2016 coverage, if Hillary Clinton faced Donald Trump in a hypothetical head-to-head general election, Clinton would win, and she would win big. That's according to a new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll. The poll found Clinton would beat Trump 50% to 40%. Respondents also picked Clinton over Ted Cruz, 48% to 45%. However, the poll found that if matched up against Marco Rubio, Clinton would lose 45% to Rubio's 48%. Respondents also picked Dr. Ben Carson over Clinton by a hair, 47% to 46%. Millions of us will hit the road the next 2 weeks as the busy holiday travel season gets underway. And there's good news. Gas is cheap. And it looks like it may stay that way. NBC's Tom Costello reports.
'Tis the season for gifting, and Americans are already getting a little something extra in their pockets. Gas prices now the lowest in years. At the pump, the national average now $2.01 a gallon. Kansas has the cheapest gas, $1.77, while California pays the most, $2.65 on average. How cheap is cheap? Well, gas is now cheaper than a gallon of milk at $3.34, even a small Starbucks coffee at $2.15.
On an inflation-adjusted basis, we're looking at some of the cheapest gas prices since the early 1970s.
Just last week, gas was $2.04 a gallon, last month $2.19, and since last year, prices down 55 cents. The highest national average was July 2008, when gas hit $4.10 a gallon. The two top reasons for the plunge: the U.S. is swimming in oil, now producing more than it imports. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia keeps pumping more, hoping to drive out competitors in Iran and the U.S. Cheap gas is good news for car sales. Roughly 16 million new vehicles have rolled off dealer lots so far this year. 59% of them light trucks and SUVs.
As long as gas prices stay on that $2 range, people will consider bigger vehicles more so than when you see gas prices at $5 a gallon.
Yeah, sure.
That's what brought Yeleni Travieso in to buy an SUV.
The gas was more than $4, and now the price is $2, so that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. That was Tom Costello reporting. Gas prices are expected to go even lower in the coming weeks, but most experts say we're likely to hug the $2 a gallon level for several years. Tomorrow is the last day to sign up for health insurance coverage through the healthcare.gov marketplace. December 15th is the deadline to enroll in a new plan or change an existing plan for coverage starting January 1st. Now, for people who don't have health insurance in 2016, the penalty has gone up from last year. The penalty is now $695 or 2.5% of your income, whichever is higher. Making news around the world, Egypt's chief investigator says a preliminary investigation into the October crash of a Russian passenger plane has found no indication yet of any illegal or terrorist act. NBC's Keir Simmons reports.
Debris from Flight 9268 was strewn across the Sinai, but there is no evidence of terrorist action, Egypt's civil aviation officials announced from Cairo this morning. No evidence even of illegal intervention causing the crash of the Russian passenger plane that killed all 224 people on board last October. Russian and Western governments have said the Airbus 321 was likely brought down by a bomb. The plane, operated by Metrojet, lost contact with air control just 23 minutes after departing from Sharm el-Sheikh en route to St. Petersburg. And previously, Egyptian officials have said they were focusing on critical cockpit recordings pointing to an explosion. While last month, an ISIS affiliate said this picture showed the crude homemade explosive made from a soda can it claimed to have smuggled on board. Now, the head of the Egyptian committee investigating the crash claims no criminal action is suspected. The Egyptians are not saying what they think did bring down the plane, if not a bomb. Privately, British security officials tell me they are convinced it was a bomb. Britain was the first to reach that conclusion. Since then, Egypt's tourism industry has been devastated. Back to you.